afternoon, everyone. This is Jared Rand, and welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for October 28th, 2020, Wednesday, 3 p.m. Eastern. We will be having a time for change call, awakening at 9 p.m. Eastern tonight on this line. As always, I suggest you bring something to write with. Computers are great, but to have a backup on a hard copy is really good. How do we each of us view our lives? If you view your life as miraculous, you're right. It's where we begin on each of us, how we choose to view our lives. You live, you love, you lose, you learn, and someday you might laugh. Right now, there is something extremely magical happening in this very moment of our lives, each of us. Now, we may not be aware of it or care to take notice, yet it is here, and it continues to go on being magical all the time. It happens so frequently that it can seem normal, obvious, and typical, which is why we might tend to overlook it every day. Yet, this magical thing is more amazing than the mind can fully believe or comprehend. This is a miraculous thing that I'm talking about, is your life. And it is happening inside of you, through you, to you, and for you right now. There is a perpetual creation of the experience of you occurring just for you to enjoy you. Now, there's not much you can do about it. The best thing to do is to just let go and completely surrender yourself to the experience. Now, on a physical level, there are millions of miniature life-giving processes happening inside each and every one of our bodies right now. There are energies that are keeping our heart beating, our lungs breathing, our hair growing, our teeth from decaying, allowing our heart to relax and sleep tonight. Our diaphragm is pulling in a continual flow of oxygenating energy into our lungs while our body is pumping blood to trillions of cells, lovingly transporting the great river of life, giving energy to every cell throughout our bodies. In this moment, as you are sitting here right now, billions of brain cells are being engaged in understanding these concepts. It is only in this now moment that we can find this miraculous experience called life and discover where it is coming from. We take it so much for granted. When we stop to appreciate all of the wonderful things that are occurring in our lives, this highly sensitive extrasensory perception begins opening within each and every one of us. We begin feeling and sensing the divinity that is behind every breath and heartbeat. Now, the sweet sensitivity increases to the point where we can feel the vibrant matrix of intelligence that is weaving itself through all thoughts and things. It's amazing what a little appreciation for life can open up in each and every one of us. When we start to be grateful for all the little things that we usually take for granted, we can begin to see, smell, taste, and hear the deeper meaning of our existence. It does become possible to actually know on a spiritual level why we are all here, and what is the true meaning of our lives. We see that everything that is happening around us is actually a miracle because we realize that we also are a miracle. Perhaps one of the greatest gifts we can give ourselves is the experience of conscious awareness. We can watch the mind think, perceive, and make up all sorts of explanations about ourselves and our lives. We can see that when we make the slightest, most subtle shift in our perception of reality, our entire attitudes and explorations of life changes. Our body responds differently to stimuli that it once believed was threatening, and we find an entirely new reason for being alive. Now, the mind, understand the mind is an illusion. The mind is the greatest inventor of lies. It is the greatest inventor of lies. It never actually sees the truth in all its perfection. It can only see fragments of the truth, catch a glimpse of it here and there, and then try to capture it with some fixed yet random creative expression. It is always making up stories about other people, the world, ourselves, and the way that life is. It makes these enormous, glorious assumptions to courageously capture the truth and fit it into a beautiful box that others can appreciate and praise. Yet the truth is too big for the mind to contain. The truth is everything in the universe that is here now. And the mind can only hold on to two things. Only two things. The past and the future. The mind cannot just be here now in the present. The moment the mind completely surrenders into the burning fire of the now, all grasping disappears, and all of our suffering created by our mind is gone. Sorry about that, guys. All of a sudden, I was gone. The singer exists only in singing. The walker exists only in walking. So is the ego. The ego exists only in clinging and possessing things, dominating things. When there is no domination, no desire to dominate, no desire to cling, no desire to possess, the ego starts evaporating. Osho. That's very true. If you wish to experience the truly miraculous being that you are and get a real taste of the amazing life that is yours to enjoy, you must drop the mind. You must give it up completely. Let go of all clinging to its righteous beliefs and ways of thinking. This is the only way to be truly alive. Otherwise, we're just living in tomorrow or yesterday, missing out on this wondrous moment of life. The true you can only be found here in this now moment. And one day, this body and mind will be gone, which is why this experience of your life is so very, very, very precious. Your life is so precious. Fake name. Take the time today to truly enjoy you being here right now and totally alive. No matter what your situation is, no matter what's currently happening. How often do we appreciate the opportunity we have just to experience what it is like to be alive? How often do we take it completely for granted as if it's expected? This appreciation is our ticket to freedom. It is the main vehicle for liberating ourselves from the mind and its many, many, many prisons. To see, to feel, and to smell the divinity within all things, we must drop all attachment to the mind and its entanglements. We must merge with it, find peace with the mind within you. Just imagine for a moment that you are the sun, and the mind is a small, hard comet heading towards you. But to get burned up in the sun's sacred fire. Visualize that in your heart-mind's motion picture. So here's an invitation for you right now. It's enormous. Stop trying to get anywhere. Just drop the mind. See how much you can really enjoy this day, that you are still alive. In this very moment, you are still here. Who knows about the next moment? Remember this. Choose to do everything you can to be radically alive. Now, my request here is not that you try and push yourself further into your known list of sensory pleasures, mental distractions, or physical addictions. I'm challenging you to go deeper into your aliveness, your spiritual nature, and find a deeper, more authentic joy inside of you. One that contains a deep, healing relaxation within it. I want you to find the peace that is within your soul. It is here now, and will help you transcend every hidden anxiety and self-sabotaging behavior that you have had. This is a suggestion. You either choose it or discard it. I want you to become so alive, so vibrating with life, that you suddenly realize that you cannot hold on to all your worries and fears, that they are no longer your priority. Imagine, how would it feel to be so relaxed and excited about your life, living in this magical body-mind vehicle that you are in, that you forget all insecurity and fear? What if the main mission of your life was to do this? What if finding absolute unending joy was as simple as being fully here now? Welcoming the sacred moment in whatever the experience is giving you. What if the goal of your life was to cherish yourself in each precious moment? was the first or last moment of your life, how would you live this day differently if this was your truth? One must have chaos in oneself in order to give birth to a dancing star. Friedrich Nietzsche. Did you know the translation of the word sin? Do any of you know? It means to miss the target. The translation of the word sin means to miss the target. Now you may see that life is like a game of darts where the bullseye target is being fully here in this now moment. This is where the divinity, your divine essence, is found. It is the only place in space it is discovered. So why be anywhere else? It is just the habit of the mind to be somewhere other than here now. This is why it's so difficult for us to stay in the now, because the mind is the master. Until we can discover that we are the master of the mind, and the mind will be a wonderful servant. When you take your eye off the target for an instant, you miss the goal of your life completely. When you are relaxed, open, present, fully surrendered to what is here now, you can trust life, enjoy being held by life, and hit the target each time. Not sin the target. The one thing that will always bring each and every one of us into the now is that our bodies and our breath. This is the one thing that will always bring us into the now. It is our bodies and our breath. So practice listening to your body intimately and feel into how it is breathing into you this week. Really listen. What is it telling you? The body does not lie, and it is going to clue you in on an entire collaboration of vital information that you really need to know. Listen super closely, as if it were whispering to you from a place very far away. Notice what is the one message it has for you right now. It is pointing you inside, deeper inside, to the point of absolute relaxation, totally dissolving all tension, where you can find real inner peace. It is through your body that you will find the real you, who is forever intimately connected with the universe. And when we practice listening to our bodies, letting go of the chit-chat in our minds, we start to hear these subtle messages from the universe that guide us through the daily matrix of life. And the universe will show us how to get through this life, how to navigate our way into finding heaven on earth. This is our purpose for being here. To find heaven is here, in this now moment. And when we deeply relax into ourselves, into our life, exactly as it is, we will discover the greatest miracle of all, that we can trust that we are on the right path in every moment of our existence. We just see, feel, and deeply accept that we cannot get off the path, no matter what we do. This is true because you, all of us, are the path. The path is before us, beneath us, right where we are, walking on the path each everyone is perfect just the way they are. We begin noticing that everyone fits into the grand perfection, with all of their many imperfections, and realize the great miracle of them all is always here. Here the most magical source of living is discovered, the real intimacy with life, the meeting of the divine with the mundane, in every ordinary and extraordinary experience. Liberation is not very far away. It is just hidden behind you. Once you are authentic, the door opens. We can be such liars, pretenders, hypocrites, so deeply false. That's why we feel liberation is very far away. It is not. For an authentic being, liberation is just natural as anything, also. It's necessary to make our mind a prayer, the heart full of love, and every breath a melody of devotion. Then the soul becomes a glorified song of compassion, mercy, understanding, and humility. Annalise Scarron. One of the most beautiful experiences in this life is the feeling of devotion. When we are truly devoted, we've released the selfish agenda of our egos and have surrendered to something much greater than ourselves. We've given up every imperative need to get something back in return for our practice of giving, and are simply enjoying the sensation of being liberated from our perpetual lists of demands and needs. You could say that the greatest lovers in the world are those who can relax into the deepest feeling of devotion within their hearts, which is attuned to a love that transcends all conditions, all agendas, and all limitations. The energy of devotion can take on many forms. We can be devoted to a lifestyle, a person, a way of being, a project, or even achieving a desired goal. The difference between being devoted and committed to do something is within the quality of the experience. Commitment is more of a mental excursion, while devotion is a journey through the heart. Through devotion, there is this continual undercurrent of love which flows through every thought, every feeling and word uttered. The love it radiates holds this juicy heart-opening quality, connecting our mind to our souls, allowing us to taste the sweet, luscious flavor of our own divine existence. And when we practice being devotion, we are feeding the heart with a joy that has no end to it. And this is ultimately, it brings real satisfaction into our lives, feeling that great longing and yearning we each have for the everlasting joy we feel is missing inside. And real devotion is one of the greatest secrets to finding our spiritual freedom in this lifetime. The feeling of it alleviates our suffering instantly, as it allows every action to feel sacred and aligned with our life purpose. It is the most essential nutrient necessary to create a truly exquisite life that is deeply fulfilling on all levels. The highest reward for an act of kindness is not what you get by doing it, but what you become by doing it. One of the greatest challenges with choosing a life of devotion is that we may fear losing ourselves in the beliefs, in the heart, mind, or life of our beloved. We might fall into some codependent relationship, feeling an addiction to them, where we may become obsessed by a need for their approval of our every action, belief, and life decision. And in this unhealthy state, our beloved becomes like the sun, and we become the earth revolving around them. And when we remember that we are the sun, and our beloved is just another sun, spirit, we've met along the way, we can feel that they are actually revolving around our life as well. And from this perspective, we all experience what a healthy, devoted relationship is like. And these two bodies gravitationally spin around each other in a natural, respectful, meaningful, and magnetic way. In a healthy state of devotion, we are seeing the bigger picture. Our feet are rooted into ground beneath us, and our branches are extended up into the stars. We are not clinging to anyone or anything. We are relaxed in our own essence, feeling alive, conscious, and appreciating each moment of existence. There is a great reverence each day. We have to be in relationship with our beloved. We know it all can end at any moment, and thus never take it for granted. There is a solid feeling of connection to the love shared without depending on it to find the love within ourselves. This is very important. There is a solid feeling of connection to the love shared without depending on it to find the love within ourselves. In this healthy state of devotion, we feel connected with everyone and everything in our world. Love is one of the most dangerous explorations in life because it is the most rewarding. In order to experience real love, we must completely lose ourselves in it. We must become so devoted to the real feeling of love, the essence of love, that is free from attachment, fear, and possession. We must walk a very fine line between losing ourselves in a healthy or unhealthy way in a devoted relationship. We must take the risk to see ourselves as the beloved sees us. And know that it is our own innocent hearts we are longing to connect with when the day finally comes to an end. It is our own innocent hearts we are longing to connect with when the day finally comes to an end. As long as your relationship with yourself remains the main priority, you will remain in a healthy state of devotion. You will be aligned to your soul's purpose and thus be able to show up with the greatest love to give. And when you live in fear of losing yourself to your beloved, there is this clinging to your ego, and you end up resisting love, fearing its power, and then not allowing your ego to surrender fully into it. As long as the ego remains in control, love will be kept on the sideline. When we can realize that our heart is the main source of love, the infinite source of love itself, we can share this love endlessly and stop withholding it from others in our lives. And as you walk on the path of devotion, you might discover how the ego is an absolute genius at missing the truth. It cannot imagine that there is a bigger love to experience on the inside than what it thinks is on the outside. It is only through exploring total devotion to your soul, your spirit, and infinite self that the sacred meeting of just pure, deep, eternal love is discovered between you and your beloved. This is the one vital truth to be realized that will let a continual stream of joy flow through all of our lives. And when we surrender completely to this infinite source that connects our hearts with our souls, we will always rise and fall in love with our beloved. Then we can relax fully into the devotional experience. You are free from the fear of codependency and are no longer worried about becoming lost in the mind and the life of your beloved. You become so rooted in the exploration of deep, pure, eternal love within yourself that you can allow yourself to take risks. Love deeper. Be foolish in how much you love. And continuously fall further into love with your beloved over and over and over again. As you dissolve into love, your ego fades. You're not thinking about loving. You're just being radiating like the sun, Ram Dass. Every one of us wishes we had the courage to live a life overflowing with an abundance of joy and love. Yet, to reach this level of love means we must surrender through every fear we are gripping onto. We must let go of control and trust that love is the greatest guide we will ever find. We must devote our entire heart and mind to the idea and feeling of being in love with ourselves and our lives. This is a place where the heart never ever closes down for any reason whatsoever. When we are truly devoted to ourselves, to finding the greatest love within our hearts, our own hearts, we find that love was always there, always waiting to show us the way home. So if you will, go to the place where you're not going to be interrupted, and I'm sure we all are. And the first thing that we care to do is relax our bodies. Head to toe, inside now. Everything that you've magnetized to yourself in the last 24 hours and beyond, let it go. Listen to your body relax. The shoulders drop. You feel everything just melting off of you. You feel your entire body going into a deep relaxation, and you have no fear. The body completely lets go. You can feel it as a wave, a warm wave that comes from the head to the toes. As we relax the body, we move into the now. You know, the now is all we have. Now, the mind would love to have you either go and stay in the past or go into the future. Forget about the now. Some of us go into the past, we stay there too long. We take that past, we drag it into a future that doesn't exist. We create that future out of that past, and we live it. The future doesn't exist. It's only in the now that we create the future for ourselves. It's moment to moment, the space between heartbeats. That's the now. It stills the mind and the ego. It eliminates the chatter. The more you stay in the now, the more you begin to understand that the ego and mind are just illusions. And they eventually will be no more. So as we relax the body and we're in the now, we breathe, we focus on our breath, which keeps us in the now. There's no such thing as the breath yesterday or the breath tomorrow. There's only the breath now. Each divine intake of breath through the nose, it's divine positive energy because it sustains the vessel that holds the kingdom of God, the pure consciousness. So this breath, this divine positive energy that we take in easily through our noses and easily out our mouths, as we take it in through the nose, this divine positive energy, we bring it up and see it in our heart-mind motion picture. We bring it up through the center of our bodies. These wheels of light, these energy vortexes, these chakras, they are the bridges between the etheric, spiritual, to the physical and back and forth. And along with our divine positive energy is our God force energy, our chi, our ki, our prana, this divine positive energy, this God force energy, as we bring it up through the root chakra, the Muladhara, which is a red wheel of light. All of these wheels of light have different flowers and different geometrical shapes inside each flower. Now, the red wheel of light, career, money, mindset, and sense of belonging. It represents our foundation in feeling of being in the flow. It's the base of the spine and tailbone area. Survival issues such as financial independence, money and food, physical association, spine, rectum, legs, arms, circulatory system. And then we go to the sacral chakra, the orange wheel of light, the Vadhisthana, sexuality and pleasure. It's our connection and ability to accept others and new experiences. If we haven't accepted ourselves, how are we going to accept anything else? Location is lower abdomen, 2 inches below the navel and 2 inches in. Emotional issues, sense of abundance, well-being, pleasure, sexuality. Physical association, reproductive organs, kidneys, bowels, immune system. Then we move to the solar plexus chakra, the Manipura, personal power and ability to channel. Solar plexus chakra, the golden yellow wheel of light. It's our ability to be confident and in the flow of our lives. It's upper abdomen and the stomach area. Emotional issues, self-worth, self-confidence, self-esteem. Physical association, central nervous system, pancreas, liver, digestive tract, skin. Then we move to the emerald green wheel of light, the heart chakra, the Anahata, love, relationships, and self. It's our ability to love. What happens when you don't love yourself? You're not going to love anything else. Not truly. It's the center of your chest, just above the heart. Emotional issues are love, joy, and inner peace. Physical association, heart, thymus, lower lungs, circulatory system, immune system. And then we move to the throat chakra, the Vishuddha, self-expression. It is our ability to communicate. It's in our throat. It's emotional issues are communication, self-expression of feelings, the truth. Physical association, thyroid, respiratory system, teeth and vocal cords. Third eye chakra, the ajna, intuition, sense of purpose and direction in life. This is our third eye chakra. You could call it the brow chakra. It sets on the forehead between the eyes. Also, in between the brow. Emotional issues, intuition, imagination, wisdom, ability to think and make decisions. Physical association, pituitary gland, eyes, sinuses. Then we move to the violet wheel of light, the Sahasrara, connection to the divine. This is the highest chakra, and it represents our ability to be fully connected spiritually. That means to our God, our pure consciousness. It's at the very top of our heads. Emotional issues are inner and outer beauty, how we perceive ourselves, our connection to spirituality, pure bliss, the God, physical association, pineal gland, brain and nervous system. Now we've taken this divine positive energy to the tops of our heads along with the God force energy, our chi, our ki, our prana, and we hold it briefly. I am light, I am love, I am. And in that brief moment, we condense and compress it into pure liquid energy, omnipotently powerful, and we release it over the pineal gland. The pineal gland is very important to all of us while we're in these bodies. It is the gateway to all the particles of existence. It is the gateway to the God, the pure consciousness, and beyond. And you can see it in your heart, mind's motion picture, however you care to view it. I view it as a green ball, a rosebud. And as I release this pure liquid energy over it, it completely expands into a fully blossomed, beautiful, vibrant, massive rose with a wonderful fragrance and multicolored petals. It sends out pulsating waves of the deepest peace, tranquility, benevolence, and knowing and contentment. It opens up all the gateways to all the particles of existence, to everything and everything, yet nothing and nothing, all at once. We are all consciously aware that we are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude. We are also consciously aware that we are one. We are merged. The body, the heart, mind, the higher self, soul, the spirit. The God, pure consciousness, all one. We are literally heaven on earth, everywhere we walk. Everywhere we walk. We walk in paradise. We have others with us. We have the archangels, cherubim, seraphim archetypes. We have the ascended masters, Kuan Yin, Maitreya, Buddha, Lakshmi, Ganesh, Gaia, Saint Germain, Sananda Jesus, El Moria, Abundantia, Pel, Thoth, many, many, many more. They are all consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude. Archangels, they're a civilization that vibrates at a different frequency than we do. We don't see them like we see each other, but they're there, and we meet them a lot. Sometimes you don't recognize that you've met one, but it dawns on you afterwards, and it's always blissful. We are part of them. They are part of us. They can surround any one of us in the thousands at any time. Because of their vibrational frequency, they can hold a small space in a large number. We also have the ascended masters. These are those who have mastered ascension out of body and hold pure God form consciousness. We are those who have mastered ascension into body so that we can create experiences and perfect our creations. Are we part of them and they part of us? Yes. We are compelled to reach out to all the other facets and reflections of ourselves. So we call upon all the light energy beings and all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. And only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude can be with us in this now, in this meditation, in the forming of this circle of light. And they come in the Plexus. One Plexus fills this universe. gratitude can be with us in this now, in this meditation, the forming of the circle of light. And they come in the billions, and they are with us now. We call upon all the off-worlders, all the galactics, all the celestials, only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation, in the forming of this circle of light. We're only familiar with a handful of them, somewhat familiar. Over 1,000 travel through this solar system every day. And the ones that we are somewhat familiar with includes all of their species and levels of these civilizations. The good, the not so good, and the bad. We have the Arcturians, the Andromedans, the Sirians, the Pleiadians, the Feline, the Zeta Reticuli. We have the Greys, the Nords, the Draco, the Reptilian, the Golden Pyramid, the Avian, many, many, many more. And only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude can be with us in this now, in this meditation of forming the circle of light. If we weren't in the highest of vibrational frequency, we would not be here. They've been assisting us in our evolution, enlightenment, ascension, freeing ourselves from our own self-imposed bondage and our own self-imposed slavery. And they come in the billions, and they're with us now. We call upon all of our loved ones, all of those who have ascended out of body in this lifetime and all lifetimes that we've inhabited. Only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation, the forming of the circle of light. Now they come in the billions, and they are with us now. We call upon all of the light energy beings who have decided to be housed in the following forms on and above and below this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, and this now, in this meditation and in forming of this circle of light. Only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude can be with us in this now, in this meditation, in the forming of this circle of light. Now, we're only familiar with just a very speck of them. In the trillions they come, in shapes, colors, sizes, forms, configurations of which many we've never ever seen. And the ones that we're just barely familiar with, the fairies, the sprites, the elves, the gnomes, the dwarves, the trees, the trolls, the elementals, earth, air, water, fire, ether, the mermaid, dolphin, the whale, the pegasus, the unicorn, the centaur, the minotaur, and many, many, many more. And they come in the trillions, and they are with us now. We all form this massive circle of light, arm in arm, hand in hand, all of our gods one. We're in full compassion, non-judgment, non-ego, non-negativity, stillness of mind, gentleness, kindness, generosity, humbleness, bliss, joy, peace, non-judgment, non-ego, non-negativity. Tranquility, benevolence, abundance, and we're all one. all love, and we're all God. And our God force energy is in all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. And it continues to intensify, and it continues to expand. This massive circle of light that we have formed, it is so bright that it grays out the darkness of space. Where is this light from? It is from us. It is God light energy. It is pure, divine essence, perfection. It would take over 1,000 billion suns in this solar system to even come close to its brilliance. We begin to levitate up above the planet and understand we're flooding everything and everything, nothing and nothing. All life, the highest supreme value in the universe. All of our brothers and sisters, everything on, in, above, and below this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, and this now, in this meditation, this circle of light. And as we do, as we continue to ascend, we're met with this beautiful ocean of gossamer glitter. It is trillions of little tiny mirrors reflecting all of us back and forth to each other. All aspects, all facets of all of us gathered for the liberation of this planet Earth, Gaia, and this now. Beautiful, reflecting everywhere, little tiny mirrors, flooding everything and everything and nothing and nothing. We're immediately met with the emerald green flaming healing light of Archangel Raphael. This is a column that lets us know that we are the power of healing. We're then met with the violet, blue, purple flaming light of Archangel Michael. This is a column that reminds each and every one of us of our omnipotent power, strength, and resolve. We're then met with the white fire. This is a column that reminds each and every one of us that from head to toe, inside and out, we are imbued with an impenetrable God force, light, deep, eternal love, gratitude, armor that cannot be penetrated, violated, or done any harm to whatsoever on any external force, authority, power, frequency, anything. But only you have the power that if you decide, whether consciously or unconsciously, to lower your vibrational frequency enough in hatred, anger, greed, deception, manipulation, fear, sorrow, anguish, you will lower it enough, you will create a breach in your white fire armor. This will allow all of the lower dark matter frequencies, survival matter frequencies to come flooding in. If you do this, you are met with the purple transmuting flame. This is a column that reminds each and every one of us that we can bring in the purple transmuting flame, we can transmute the lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies into neutral light substance, and we can send them to pure consciousness where they are gone. No more. We are then met with the violet ray. This is a column that reminds us, bring in the violet ray right behind the purple transmuting flame. We can literally purify, cleanse the whole area where these lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies were, sealing the breach in our white fire armor, restoring our vibrational frequency of the highest high, deep, eternal love and gratitude. We're then met with the golden white pink light. This is the column that reminds us all that we are the sunsets. We are the sunrises. We are the rain. We are the rainbows. We are the sunlight. We are the sun. We are all the animals. We are the trees, the forest. We are the waters. We are the soils. us, as we continue to ascend above the planet, decide to step outside our physical forms and float effortlessly above them. As we do, we come across this massive crystalline light tower. We created this tower. It is absolutely phenomenal. It is larger than the solar system, and we gaze upon its inside of the column. We see this massive oblong sphere, and it has a golden white sparkling light in the center of it, surrounded by a multitude of vibrant colors, all sending out soft, warm waves of mist, saturating everything and everything. All of us, our brothers and sisters, inside and out, head to toe, with deep, eternal love from the golden white center. And all the other bands, prosperity, abundance, wealth, health, happiness, joy, gentleness, kindness, generosity, humbleness, all waving out. You can feel it as it warmly embraces you perpetually, eternally. Then we look at the top. We design the top where the golden ocean can come cascading down, saturating all of us inside and out with deep, eternal love. Everything and everything. And we are the drops of this golden ocean. We hold the essence. We carry the essence of this golden ocean. The drops are the ocean, and the ocean is the drops. There is no separation. We then look and see our meditative sphere. It says center circle. We created this sphere nearing almost 3 years ago. It holds over 1,000 of our meditations, all in perpetual motion, all with the highest, deepest, eternal love, gratitude, and humbleness, literally lifting this planet, this civilization, into a much higher frequency of joy, peace, happiness, bliss, prosperity, abundance, tranquility, benevolence, bliss, gentleness, kindness, generosity, humbleness, all at once. The highest of the highest of the high, vibrational frequencies of deep eternal love, which is all of us, in this brilliant circle of white light. This is why this meditative sphere can be seen, heard, and felt in all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. And this is why it continues to intensify, and this is why it continues to expand. Feel it in your heart minds. See it in your motion picture. Embrace it. It is love. It is you. It is each and every one of us. It is a reflection of the gods within us all. And we are transforming this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, in this now, in this meditation, in this circle of light, completely into a God planet, a paradise planet, a heaven on earth planet. I'll join you in the meditation, and I'll return to close us out. slows us down for any reason whatsoever. And when we are truly devoted to ourselves, to finding the greatest love within our own hearts, we will find that love was always there, always waiting to show us the way home. Take this with you for the rest of the day, into the evening and night, and into the following morning. We will be back here October 29th, 2020, Thursday, 3 p.m. Eastern, to continue our Global Guided Meditation call. And we will be here again tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern for our Time for Change call.